me just tell you a little bit about what I'm offering here. I'm talking about Trailblazers.
Well, you know, there is someone who could totally run for office. He's completely respected in the community, and he's been elected before in his county and even in his village.
Oh, you know, Trailblazers focuses on local elections, so if this guy has an aspiration for Senate or for the White House...
Well, he does have a big job already, but he's so talented, maybe he could manage both.
Oh, he sounds great.
I'd give him a call, but I don't have his private number. No one does. But maybe, because this is a musical, and anything can happen in a musical, and maybe if we do something musical, he will magically and musically appear.
Well, it's worth a shot. Let's sing something inspiring, see if we can manifest him. To dream the impossible dream that this man will respond to our banter and come take a place here beside us and speak. We mean you, Tom Tranter.
Okay, first I gotta say, Leslie, you didn't tell me this was going on. I was supposed to give a plug for public service. And this position, right, is village mayor. And that's why I agreed to do this, because my first job was village manager. And I said, believe it or not, I'm really qualified. So, as many of you know, I ran for office. And everything you just sang is 1,000% true. I actually kept track of how many doors I knocked on. It was 8,120. Whoa! You're going to get elected by just putting your name out there. Not the case. When we did my first poll, it was a dead heat. And the irony was I ran for county executive against a gentleman, and he was a gentleman, a great guy, still a dear friend. He was 54 years old, head of the union at Thatcher, former mayor of the city of Elmira. And I was this kid, 35 years old, had been village manager, had been deputy county executive, and I ran on experience. Because I had a master's degree in public administration, I'd been the village manager, I'd been the deputy county executive, I'd been the budget director, and at the end of the campaign he said, Tom, I can't believe you beat me on experience. So anyway, I just want to say all politics is local, and this is a great example of getting people involved, and I salute Leslie and have from day one. I think she's bipartisan, and we need a lot more of that. You all know that. Again, the song was right on. Very, very well done. And you got to get out there. I mean, it's all about talking to people, feeling the pulse, understanding what the issues are, where they're at, and it's about leadership, and it's about your opportunity to make a difference. And our democracy depends on public service. It depends on commitment of local people in getting quality candidates. I laughed when you did all this because through my career, 45 years, I bet I've asked over 100 people to run for office. Exactly what you portrayed is what happens. Oh, I never want to do. Oh my God, no. You know, personal attacks. I mean, they give you every excuse they can. You don't have them all, but you made a good start. But you really got to get out there. You communicate to people, and you know, it really is all at the local level. And I can't say enough about that. And people getting involved. And there is way too much apathy. I mean, look at the turnout for elections. I have a good feeling in this election there's going to be a very high turnout, and that's what we need more of. it's sad, though, that you have to have the kind of crisis we have in the White House to get people paying attention and getting committed and starting at the local level. So I applaud all of you, because obviously you have an interest. And one thing you didn't talk too much about, and rightfully so, I think, although it's important, and that's money in politics. Unfortunately, and I hope they change the laws back the way they were with limits and transparency and all of that, because that's a big part of the problem, the soft money that the Supreme Court, allowed, whatever it was, 10 or so years ago. You can't have that. I mean, when you see they're dumping $3 million in a congressional race with some billionaire's money, and it really sways the election, that's really wrong. And you need the limits, and you need and the other thing, though, is it's fun. Politics is fun. It's a sport. A good friend of mine told me early on, John O'Mara, one of my mentors, said, "Tom, just remember, it's a blood sport." And I always tell people that this is not for the squeamish, and the higher you go up, the more personal attacks, and the more people, and they take a shot at you. I mean, you can't even get out of the grocery store without, 15, 20 minutes worth of conversation. But again, that's what it's all about. I mean, you want that at the local level, and I really do feel that it works, although I do think it is unfortunate. There's so many offices that are unopposed. Although I gotta tell you, as a candidate, I've run both ways, opposed and unopposed. And unopposed as a candidate. So, thank you for inviting me to do this. I really have enjoyed it. She said, well, when Savante did it, he talked for 25 minutes. I said, no way. I said, I'll talk for 5 to 7 minutes, and that's it. And I really appreciate it, and I appreciate everyone's support for the Trailblazers PAC. It's a great job that Leslie and her team do, and you have been wonderful. It was really inspiring, so thank you so much.